Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are continuing the coverage of the FIDE World Cup 2023, which is played in Baku, Azerbaijan. And we have a game between Gukesh, who was playing with white, and Magnus Carlsen, who was playing with black. This was their first game of the classical portion, and it turned out to be crucial. Why? You will find out. We are going straight to the game. So Gukesh opened the game with d4, we have knight f6 by Magnus Carlsen, bishop f4, and we have b6 with the idea to fianchetto this bishop. Our game continued with knight c3 for Gukesh, bishop b7 for Magnus Carlsen, and we have f3 for Gukesh with the idea to push this pawn on e4 and grab the central space. e6 by Magnus Carlsen, e4 for Gukesh, and right now Magnus Carlsen play a6 with the idea to stop the invasion of this white knight. We have queen d2 by Gukesh, and right now Magnus Carlsen strikes in the center with d5. We have castle queenside for Gukesh and bishop b4 for Magnus Carlsen, pinning this knight. We have a3 for Magnus Carlsen, immediately asking this knight where to go, and we have a trade. Queen picks up on c3, and right now we have another trade in the center. D takes on e4, and we have d5 by Gukesh, a really nice move. After this move, Magnus continued with knight picking up on d5. If you're wondering after d5 what would happen if e takes on d5 was played for Magnus Carlsen, then Gukesh had bishop picking up on c7 attacking this queen, and after queen e7 bishop picks up on b6 with a slightly better game for white, and that is the reason why Magnus didn't want to pick up with this pawn, although it seemed more natural. So we have knight picking up on d5 by Magnus Carlsen. Right now, of course, this pawn is free and Gukesh picks it up. Queen picks up on g7 attacking this rook, and right now Magnus finds the only move in this position, that is queen f6, offering the queen for trade and also protecting this rook. We have queen picking up on f6 and knight picks up on f6 for Magnus Carlsen. Now we have bishop e5 for Gukesh attacking this knight. It's in a difficult position, and Magnus again finds this move that is the only move in the position, and it is king e7 protecting this knight. We have bishop c7 picking up this free pawn for Gukesh, and right now we have knight b to d7 by Magnus Carlsen, continuing and finishing the last development of his only piece that was undeveloped. We have bishop g3 for Gukesh. For now Gukesh wants to save his bishop pair. We have rook h to g8. After that we have bishop e2 for Gukesh with the idea to protect this pawn if this trade happens. This didn't happen, and we have king e8 for Magnus Carlsen. F takes on e4 and knight takes on e4 for Magnus Carlsen, and right now we have another great move by Gukesh, and it is bishop f3, right now using this pin and this weak bishop. Magnus now decided to trade with knight picking up on g3. Right now this rook is attacked and you are forced to pick up this knight. Knight picks up on g3, bishop picks up on f3, and knight picks up on f3 for Gukesh. Right now Magnus picks this free pawn, and we have a rook picking up on h7 for Gukesh. Already we are in endgame. After this move we have king e7 for Magnus Carlsen. If you are wondering, you probably saw that this pawn is free of charge, and if Magnus Carlsen decides to pick this pawn, then we have knight e5, a really nice move for Gukesh here. If you pick up, then we have rook h8 check, and after king e7 we have rook picking up on a8. Computer gives this evaluation almost whole point for white, so this was not a good move. Of course, after knight e5 the best would be to continue with knight f8, and then rook f7 would be played for white, and we have equal game, completely equal game by the computer evaluation. So that is the reason why after rook picking up on h7 Magnus Carlsen avoided picking up this pawn, and we have king e7 on the board. After that we have knight d4 for Gukesh, we have knight e5 for Magnus Carlsen, we have rook e1 right now attacking this knight, and we have rook g4 by Magnus Carlsen, right now giving up this knight but also attacking Gukesh's knight here on d4. Our game continued with rook picking up on e5, rook picks up on d4 for Magnus Carlsen, and right now rook e2 was played for Gukesh. Computer here sees that rook e3 was actually better, but for now the position is equal. Our game continued with rook a to d8 for Magnus Carlsen, right now doubling up his rooks, and we have c3 by Gukesh, pushing away this rook and asking the question, where will you go? We have rook f4 for Magnus Carlsen, we have king c2 for Gukesh, and right now we have rook g8 for Magnus Carlsen. Right now Magnus Carlsen tries to attack this pawn. For now it is defended, but doubling up these rooks can attack this pawn. We have a b4 for Gukesh, slight inaccuracy. King d1 was actually best by the computer evaluation, but still computer sees this position as equal for now. We have b5 for Magnus Carlsen, and we have king b3 for Gukesh. Our game continued with rook f2 g4. Magnus continues with his plan, and right now a really nice move for Gukesh. We have rook f2, right now attacking this pawn here. Magnus sees that this would be a really dangerous threat, and he plays rook 8 to g7, right now offering the trade. Trade happens, and we are in rook endgames, one of the most frequent endgames in the game of chess, and Magnus is a really good player of all endgames, and especially queen and rook endgames. So we have a4 for Gukesh, we have f5 for Magnus Carlsen, right now using the advantage of these chained pawns. We have a takes on b5, a takes on b5, and right now this is the crucial mistake of the game. For Gukesh, we have a rook a2, which weakens the position of white. Why? I will tell you, of course, but first, if you like this video so far, please make sure to leave a comment, like and share it, because it really helps the growth of my channel. I really appreciate you so much, and we're now getting back to the game. So rook a2 was mistake, and computer recommends actually playing c4 here. With c4 we have rook g3 as a way to continue the game, and after rook f3, b picks up on c4, king picks up on c4, and rook picking up on g2 is a theoretical draw, although Magnus has one pawn up. This was the way that this game should have been played for Gukesh, but rook a2, Gukesh thought that he will maybe try and scare black with these checks, but he quickly realized that this is not a good idea at all. We have rook g5 for Magnus Carlsen, rook a7 check, another move that another idea that is not that good. We have king f6, a really nice move right now, advancing this king. This move actually allows advancement of black king with a tempo, and right now again rook returns to a2, so completely wasted two moves for Gukesh. We have f4, a really good move right now, pretty much the only idea, advancing your pawns. We have rook c2 for Gukesh, rook g3 for Magnus Carlsen, gaining space, king a2 for Gukesh, king e5. Right now this black king is trying to invade in the position and slowly but surely prepare the advancement of his pawns. King b2 for Gukesh, Gukesh for now waits, king d5 for Magnus Carlsen. We have rook d2 check, we have king e4, and right now king b3 for Gukesh. The position is already practically lost for white. You will see now why. Of course, after e5, white continues with rook e2 check, king f5 for black. We have rook d2 for Gukesh, we have e4 for Magnus Carlsen, rook d5 check, king f6. Gukesh tries, but nothing works here. It's too late for any sorts of attempts to save this game. Rook picks up on b5. Okay, now Gukesh has a free pawn, but it's a little bit too late because these pawns are already starting to promote to a queen. We have e3 by black, we have a rook b6 for Gukesh, king f5, rook b5 check, king e4, and after rook b8 and e2, this was the last move of the game. Gukesh realized that there is no way of stopping this promotion, and this is the reason why he resigned. Of course, the game could have continued with rook e8 check after king d3, b5 maybe after rook picks up on g2. There is only one move more for the promotion. Rook d8 check. You can try giving these back checks, but black king can hide. Rook e8 check, and after king f2, this pawn will simply promote, and you are too late because Magnus will catch these pawns with his rooks, and also Magnus will have another pawn to promote. So this was the classical endgame that are pretty much done for white. Nothing Gukesh can do here, and this is how our game ended. Second game was played as a draw, and Magnus Carlsen managed to win this series with 1.5 against half points for Gukesh. And he will probably play Pragnanda, as far as I know. I'm not sure, but I think Pragnanda is his next opponent, so it's gonna be a really fun matchup, and looking forward really to this game. I also thank you for watching. Please make sure let me know your thoughts about this game in the comments. Do you had some similar games with the rook end games? What do you think about the opening, about these ideas in the center that happened for Magnus Carlsen and for Gukesh? Maybe there was another way to play it. Let me know, please, your thoughts. I always read your comments. Of course, as always, thank you for watching, and we will see each other in the next video. I wish you a pleasant night. Bye bye.